Alright y'all, so in this video I'm going to be discussing something that as a kid terrified me. Gave me nightmares. Who am I talking about, you ask? Behold, Jinpachi Mishima. I remember when I was 6 years old playing Tekken 5 for the first time. I was playing with Horang. I made it all the way to the final stage to be greeted with this monster. Now put yourself in my shoes. You're a kid. Just, expecting it to be like Street Fighter, you know what I mean? Just not expecting anything too crazy. Little did I know what I was about to encounter. Now just on his presence alone, that could have led to me just going, you know what, I'm turning off the PS2, I'm done. But then we get into the gameplay.
Get ready for the next battle.
This man was broken, man. I couldn't beat him. I remember playing this game and changing the difficulty to easy mode, and that still didn't work. I don't know what it was with this guy, but it always took me maybe 15 minutes minimum to defeat him, even on easy. Let's do a stat report first, alright? So Jinpachi Mishima. Jinpachi Mishima is a character in the Tekken series and the main antagonist of Tekken 5. He is the father of Heihachi Mishima, who is a menace in his own right, and the founder and former head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Jinpachi is also notable for being the very first unplayable boss in the main series. He later returned as an unplayable boss in Tekken Revolution, although he was made fully playable in the PlayStation 3 version of Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, and later Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Fighting style unknown, but here it notes maybe Mishima style fighting karate. He's from Japan. He likes world peace, Wang Jinrei, and his grandson, Kazuya Mishima. His dislikes: evil, needless conflict, heinous manners, his son Heihachi Mishima, and his demonic side. So right now we're talking about Jinpachi Mishima the man. And I'll be honest, when I looked at his backstory, I looked at some of those character endings for Wang Jinrei, Kazuya Mishima. He seemed like a chill bloke, you know what I mean? Like, he seemed kind of cool, you feel me? But his demonic side, man, that's another monster, man. His cause of death resulted in dying of starvation after being imprisoned by his son. Did you hear what I just said? Remember, this video is about how Jinpachi Mishima is a menace, right? But did you hear what I just said? His cause of death was dying of starvation after being imprisoned below surface by his own son. If that doesn't tell you that Heihachi Mishima is a menace, I don't know what will. You got two menaces in the family. It runs in the bloodline, you know what I mean? That's basically what revolves around Tekken. I remember playing the Tekken 7 story mode in one sitting and feeling really bad for Heihachi Mishima. But after reading all of this, after going back and looking at all of those other character endings that he's in, just looking at his backstory, it brought me back to reality real quick, you know what I mean? Like, Heihachi, he's done some unforgivable things. It's quite funny that Jin Kazama was the one to kill him in the end, because he also feels a similar way. So it's quite interesting that that dynamic plays into what we see in Tekken still to this day. It's kind of like he lives vicariously through Jin Kazama. So Jinpachi Mishima, this guy, he's tall, man. I'm telling you. Let me see his height. Because that, for me, I'm telling you, he needs to get signed up to the NBA ASAP. This man is tall. The Jinpachi height. Jinpachi, according to this, he is 7'8" in possessed form, but 5'10" in human form. Now, 5'10" in human form, I don't know about that, man. Like, seeing some of his gameplay in Tekken Tag 2, I don't know about that. Like, he doesn't look like as big, but nah, man. Like, he's gotta be like 6'6", you know what I mean? But 7'8", just imagine someone of that stature. Nah, man. Nah, I'm good. Sub me out the game, coach. You feel me? Sub me out the game. I'd be faking injuries, everything, man. Let's just analyze his appearance, okay? So, as you can see here, what is the first thing that you notice? I'm curious, tell me. Oh, wait. Was it his yellow and red demonic eyes? Was it that he looks like he spent a little bit too much time in the sun? Just a bit too much. Is it that he has Heihachi's hair as his facial hair? If any of those things that I just mentioned was your answer, what I have to say is, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Is it just me? Or am I seeing things? Do y'all see this man's belly? Man has got Bowser's mouth as a belly. The moment you see this, it's raps, it's GG's. I wouldn't even bother fighting the dude, man. Like, nah, man. So, okay. So what we know right now, he's 7'8". Man has a demon belly, okay? Man just looks scary as hell. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. He's spitting no game at the club. Now just listen to this, okay? Alright? Alright, I just want you to listen to this, okay? Imagine, okay, you've gotten through all of the stages. You're at the final boss. You rock up at this unknown, undisclosed location. And this is what you're greeted by, okay? Just hear me out, okay?
よくぞここまでたどり着いたな。わしの名は三島陣八。わしの目的は全ての破壊。
Did you just hear what I just said? Did you? This cutscene right here gave me nightmares as a kid. I'm telling you, it spooked me. Imagine playing this game at pitch black at night as a kid, man. Like, there's something about how demonic his tone is and his delivery is when he's delivering that line. Man, like, it gives me the chills just replaying that scene, man. Oh my gosh, man. So you hear that, right? Let's look at Jinpachi's transformation, okay? Did you see that? Let's go back. Alright, so my guy's skin routine here is already looking grim for him, let's be honest. So we got that, okay? Look at his facial hair. Look at how it extrudes all the way. That's not even what we're talking about here. That's not even the topic of this video, okay? So look at him. Got this old ass man looking like he hasn't seen the sun in 1,000 years. Right here. Now he's sunburnt to the nines. You feel me? Demonic as hell. Got this purple aura around him. Looking crazy, man. Arms looking like a dragon. This is nasty work right here from the devs. This is nasty work. Look at his mouth. His teeth have teeth. How does that even work? His teeth have teeth. Look at the slobber coming off of that front tooth right there. You already know he's thirsty. You already know he's parched for water, man. You already know he hasn't had a meal in 1,000 years. You should go home at this point. All right. So now, if you lose the game, look what plays. Look at what sends you to the heavens. Okay. This is Jinpachi's ending. Now let's go back. Look at Jinpachi's ending. Okay. You heard me correctly. Jinpachi has his own ending. How you get hidden cutscenes? You feel me? You doing Tekken 5, man. Check this out.
誰もわしを止めることはできなかったか。
And with that being said, that just proves why Jinpachi Mishima is one of the most demonic, terrifying video game, dare I say video game, but at the very least, most terrifying fighting game final bosses of all time. That cutscene that you saw just then spooked the hell out of me as a kid. I remember after playing that game, you know, taking my L, you know, I just couldn't beat him. You know, turning off the PS2, I've had enough, you know. I remember going to school the next day. And even in maths class, I just, you know, that vision, that cutscene was like ingrained into my mind. I genuinely thought, you know, Jinpachi's out there somewhere, you know. It's the end of humanity at some point. At Jinpachi Mishima's hands, you feel me? Like, I feel like the reason why the world is gonna end is because of me, because I took an L to Jinpachi Mishima. You know what I mean? Like, that's how this game made me feel. Like, it felt like real life. That's how terrifying this boss was. Like, it felt like there were real life stakes to losing to Jinpachi Mishima. That's a well-written villain, or whatever you want to call him, because Jinpachi Mishima isn't a villain, but Jinpachi Mishima the demon. That's a villain, well written, if I've ever seen one. Right? So you saw that, okay? Let's listen to Jinpachi's music throughout the stage, okay? Listen to this theme song. This is a banger, by the way. An epic theme. But just imagine. You saw that cutscene. That one where he lets out that scream. You saw that. It fades into this theme. Are you hearing this? Thanos level threat music right here. Not even Thanos level, like Thanos could not lace Jinpachi Mishima's boots, I'm sorry. Listen to this, man. What is this video, by the way? Man getting fan edits. How you a demon getting fan edits, you feel me? So imagine, you know, at this point you're already down around. The music's tempo is picking up. Jinpachi's shooting fireballs, you know, you're gonna be taking an L, I'm sorry. It's inevitable. At this point of the song, you've already lost 2 rounds, I'm sorry. That's just how it goes. I don't make the rules. Jinpachi makes them, supposedly, you know? Whenever you describe what is a final boss theme, like if someone asked you to draw a final boss theme, it'd be this song. It has all those elements that you need for a final boss theme. Perfect theme song for him, but terrifying as the player. I watched this video recently. This gave me nightmares again. Just have a listen. Do you hear what I'm hearing right now? Oh, hell no. Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie. That one was pause worthy. It sounded like you're taking damage and you're the one hurting him. You feel me? Listen to that.
わしの名は三島陣八。わしの目的はすべての破壊。
I am turning the other way when I hear that sentence.
わしの目的はすべての破壊。
Ali. Jinpachi Mishima. Terrifying, man. Oh my gosh, man. Jinpachi Mishima. I'm gonna go out on a whim and say he is the greatest Tekken boss of all time. He might be, you know, like I don't know much about, you know, 442, backdash, this, that. Like I don't know my Tekken terminology on that level, you know. I was never a competitive Tekken gamer, but whenever I watch videos on YouTube describing what fighting Jinpachi Mishima is like, I always hear people use the term cheap, and I'd agree, man. He's a cheap boss, you know what I mean? Like everything he does, everything he counteracts, whatever attack you do, and he counters, like it's always just like, come on, man, you know what I mean? Like really, you know, his moveset, like I don't know, man, but he's a great boss. I gotta give credit where credit's true. Like it feels very rewarding, and especially when you get that final cutscene and then that's followed up by your own cutscene, it's very rewarding as a gamer. So very well designed final boss, very well designed game overall. Tekken 5 was, but a very well designed final boss. Jinpachi Mishima, would I want him to come back as a Tekken 8 boss? Like maybe if they had like an arcade mode where you get to fight historical bosses or something like that, that would be dope, man. Or even what they did in Tekken 5, they had like a, what was it, like arcade history, something like that, where you got to play like Tekken 1, Tekken 2, and Tekken 3. If they did something like that, that would be phenomenal, man. I'm sure they won't, but maybe as a DLC that would be cool. But yeah, man, Jinpachi Mishima, what a menace, man. Anyway, guys, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Chi video.